Here we go. I won't brag about the remote again. I just tried to shoot a video. It was like 6 minutes before I ran out of space. And ironically, in the video, I was talking about how last week I had just no luck with videos. So I was trying again, and then that made me laugh a little. I mean, what else can you do but laugh? So maybe I'll post that. I don't feel like my part 1, part 2s do as well as just like a full video. So maybe I'll just catch everybody up here. So we started with the lovers, and I talked about how this card in the pulp deck, the lovers have, it's like Adam, excuse me, Eve is kind of hiding a little bit behind Adam. There, the snake's coming out of the tree, and there's an angry blonde or a blonde angel flying towards them right there. And so there is a lot going on with this joining or relationship here. And I was just going to do a fun, quick reading. Quick, I say. They're always too long. But I'm all discombobulated because of the first video. It's like it's so hard to edit things together. I know that for some people they're really good at it. It takes me forever just to get it to be at where I want it to be at the beginning, which is why I was glad I found this remote. So as long as I just push it on and go, I won't have to edit. But maybe, I guess since I repeated everything, if I do put that video up, it would be pointless. So it's like in the Matrix where everything would reset. You'd look for the cat, and then everything would repeat. It just kind of feels like that. So I decided to do horseshoe pattern, and I just went back to this phone TikTok view or whatever, because I was having so much trouble with the farther. Anyway, feel free for anyone to let me know anything that worked best. I don't really have time to kind of watch the videos after I put them up, so I mostly just put them up and hope for the best. Let's see here. So Knight of Pentacles was in the opening position, the past position. He was waiting. He's lighting his cigarette. He's standing there's a long row of buildings, at least 4 or 5 story buildings, and his car's right there, and he's got his hat and he's got the black tie attire on, so he could be on his way to an event, on his way away from an event, or doing something entirely different. With so much certainty. And I'm going to get back into the flow of it. Okay. And it's weird when I'm just explaining what I already pulled. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I was talking about how when people get that flips in their favor and it's going in your favor, they tend to want to keep it in their favor, keep rolling. But sometimes people don't want to roll the way fortune is, kind of like fate. It's like they don't want to roll with it. They want to control and stay on top. And so if that's the case of someone who's doing that, then this Wheel of Fortune would mean it's probably going to bump you. Okay? But if you're someone who rolls with the Wheel of Fortune, your good fortune could continue. It's also just a reminder that you never know. Fate will have its way. Also, if you've been underneath this, if someone else has been rolling over you, this is saying that in the present moment, it's coming into your favor. So it does all depend on where we started with these lovers. So with the Knight of Pentacle being in the past position, there was some kind of offer. That's, of course, normally he's on a horse, but he's got this car here. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, it just seems promising to me. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't seem like a negative read at this time. So let's go with future. My brain is so fun when it lets me forget. 3 of Cups. Right. I think I got that card on one of those readings that didn't work out last week. This is the Three of Cups, as it usually, right away, I think celebration, because of course you have your three ladies here, and they're all got their cup, and they're all looking at whoever's coming in or close to them. And I think I said on the video that didn't get released, so I can say it on here. I grew up, I got a lot of sisters, and so for me this is a fun, idea of here we are celebrating, maybe another sister is coming in, maybe someone that we were just talking about is coming up. Who knows what it's going to be here, but it's definitely in the future here after the Wheel of Fortune and the waiting. Seems like a positive future. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat there. Get out of there, ribbit. That's not a good frog. All right. So this is best approach. Best approach it with the Hermit. All right. So it's funny. I was reading in my book. I have, of course, lots of these come with the book. This one has its own. But I was reading the original or more original deck. I forget the name of it. You all know it's the classic deck. And the meanings in there, and the Hermit had a more of a negative meaning than we usually take it. And it was interesting to me, but it's come to mostly for me to be that time of reflection, that time of figuring it out. So, when you're waiting and you think about it, when you see which way the wheel's turning, think about it. When you get offered the party or it's time to celebrate, make sure that you've taken the time and the reflection in your own mind to make sure that you know where you are. Where do you stand? What are your wants? Sometimes it's not, especially with lovers or these kinds of teamwork, if you will. It's not always about what the other person needs. That's important. We all want to please our partner. But if you're pleasing your partner and you're not either getting pleased or it's not, neither one of you really is getting happiness or enjoyment out of what you're doing together, then that's not going to be a good, that's going to be the wheel squishing you. So as long as you've done, you waited for something, you did you paid attention. It's almost like you paid attention to the market, you invested, and then you'll get your celebration. It's just saying to that could also be like maybe keep it to yourself a little bit, or only share with people that you really sort of trust to help you think about it. Someone who's not part of it, or someone who's not has no stake in the games. All right, so then we have the outside influences. 10 of Wands. Oh, that's a load, huh? That's in this deck. It's a little friendlier than the other one that I like, but you can see this woman here is a staff in hand, and she has the other 9 on her back, and she's approaching a building. There's a sun and a moon, or 2 moons. I don't know what's going on here. I assume it's that time where the sun's going down, but also the moon can be out. And she's returning to the castle. It looks more like a castle to me than a homestead in this case. And she's bringing back news, experience. She's going to rest. So it may be that the outside influence that's helping you through the situation is someone wise, someone who's already been through it, someone who has made it home with their 10 wands and may have good advice. So that's outside. And then, so hopes and dreams already. Oh, hopes and dreams. Queen of Wands. Oof. So excited. I get so excited for royalty. So we've got our queen here in the pulp deck. She is She's resting in her chair, but she does have her yellow dress on. She's got that nice fur cape with the crown on her head. She's got her little cat there, and he's looking at you too. That could be her familiar wands with the magic. It's also fiery. You know, I've got the rising and the moon sign in Aries, so I always appreciate the Queen of Wands. My Capricorn's sign seems to be more of a Queen of Cups, maybe, but that is hopes, dreams, or challenges. So I'm going to look at them all right now and just see if anything else comes out. So since we started with the Lovers, for many of you, this could be a question of, am I with the right person? And there's been a lot of waiting to figure that out. There's, and at the moment, maybe there's some kind of change in your life or change in the relationship that is making itself known. And in the future, you want to be able to have made, done it right and have your celebration time, or sometimes it's time to leave. I don't want to be sad or depressing or anything like that, but sometimes things are over, and sometimes it's best to go on, and that's why you have to go into hermit mode to figure out what your needs are. But it doesn't always have to mean that. This can be a relationship where someone else came in and you took a little while to get your equilibrium back. You made a mistake together, and the authority, the angel, was there to say, hey, you weren't supposed to do that. I'm thinking of the actual story of Adam and Eve, with, how Eve eats the apple, and then Adam's like, well, I'm going to eat it too. And then they make the clothes for themselves, right? So you can see that's kind of the scene we're in. Eve's dressed, but she's kind of a little bit hiding behind him, but she's kind of got a smirk on her face too, in a little way. And so does Adam as he's watching this happen. That's that knowledge, that's awareness. So when in whatever situation you're in, this seems to be a message of the Knight of Pentacles, not quite there to the King. Is it the relationship? Is it you need to put more effort in? This can be male or female. It can be anyone who relates to being in the Knight position. You're not a page. You know a lot more, but you still got someone else to answer to. The King and Queen. So kind of waiting for something, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what. It's smoke time, I guess. And right now the wheel of fortune is turning, and you want your celebration, but remember, take your time, think it over, figure out what you really want, what you really need. Use your people who usually guide you, or someone who's already been through, or if this is you being through this is you saying, that's enough, I'm going away with this. I'm going to take my wands and my knowledge, and I'm going to go start over. I don't always want it to be like a breakup story, because I don't think that's fair. I see a lot of that on the thing, or like a karmic, they're with karmic partners and stuff like that. I don't want to do those kinds of readings, because I want everyone who watches it to get something, So this could be for someone in a marriage. This could be for someone who just ended a marriage. This could be for someone who wants something new. You could, the Ten of Wands is like, these are all the wands I need. I'm going home. It could be that the Queen of Wands, interesting with the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands is, could be the woman that you're with that's saying, bring her the 10 Pentacles, the 10 Wands. Or this could be the person that you're looking at, and you're wondering if they're the one for you, if you're single, or if you're just between relationships, or even unhappy in the one you're in. Now, I've said this before, I don't like the idea of lies and cheating myself. So if you are in that position where you have feelings for someone else, but you're already in a relationship, be honest. Talk it over with your person. Talk it over with your friends. Like, stay in hermit mode and no, but don't just move on or cheat or just stay in this limbo land where you're looking at someone else, but you're pretending you're not or whatever. That's hard for everyone. So I would say that the challenge is that you're looking at someone else. That is a challenge, and you need to make up your mind about what's best and follow through. Before I say follow through, I better get that last card. Okay. I'm going to peek before Nine of Cups. Okay. I like the Nine of Cups. Well, I was like scared it was going to be a bad card. I like the Nine of Cups because it's not quite 10. You're still looking for one more. But it's a show of independence. It's a show of, you see this woman here. She's got a tie. She could have worn it. It could be her lover's tie. She's celebrating. She's got the cup up in the air, and there's a bunch of cups down here. They've already gone through. They've got the celebration, the wine. But she, in this picture, is on her own. She's not clearly lonely, but she's self-sufficient. She's got her own, I would say in this case, like apartment, her own, they used to say back then, her own crib, her own job, her own style of things. And this could be, again, I want to make it inclusive for everyone. If this is, you come out of hermit mode and you're like, absolutely, she is my Queen of Wands, you might notice that independence that bothered you is actually what makes for healthy relationships for both people to kind of have. You don't have to both have your own apartment, but you should have your own goals and expectations. Sure, they can be together, but this is just showing that independence and that celebrating what you earned, what you got, and with whoever it is, Again, she's got the tie, so it does look like she's looking at someone, maybe seducing someone she met at the wine store. Why did I say the wine store? What is that? I keep thinking that's an iron on the table. So silly. It's not an iron. Like she's been ironing the tie. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's like an old-fashioned telephone, maybe. Or a miniature cruise ship? I don't know. I think these big eyelashes are keeping me from seeing. But I really do like that as the outcome here because it's not definitive in the way that I appreciate for tarot to not be definitive. The message should go into you and fit your circumstances. It's not like I'm predicting a future. I am using the cards to sort of put together a story and hopefully some inner knowledge, It's my inner knowledge that will come in here to these, but you also, whoever's watching and listening, you bring your knowledge. And so you know what your situation is here, or maybe you're caught up and you don't know, but you want to find out. You want to find out, if this is one of those 3 people situations like I talked about. You got to, you can't have, I suppose some people can have more than one partner, but that's a whole different kind of reading, I think, would be for that. In this case, we were just doing, the lovers. So that's lovers now, future lovers, just started being lovers. You're just looking for lovers. Quickly to go over everything in the past. You were waiting on this relationship, or you were waiting to see if it was going to be what you wanted. Currently, the wheel is turning, right? It's turning, and you do want to end up at the celebration, but you got to think it through. You've got to look at from all the angles, and this is something that you have to decide. This is not something that someone else can tell you, even though I said in this one, outside influences, that this could be advice. You can get advice. But that advice, it shouldn't be getting advice for someone else to tell you what you want. The advice or the information that you get from others should help you tune in to yourself. Look for, what do you want in the relationship? What's missing? If there's something missing, can you bring it there? Can you bring it back? If you don't have anyone and you're looking for someone, how can you use your knowledge of what's gone wrong before or what happened to you in the past to be better ready when your queen comes in? And that can be either one of us, or some, like I said, this could be, your wife, your girlfriend. This could be someone you're looking at. This could be, just someone that you have your eye on or has their eye on you. And it's your dream to have that lovers, that good relationship with your queen. And the final outcome is for everyone to have their own independence. Come with your own cups, shine up your own cups, be ready to have what you bring and what you're going to give to the relationship. All right. So I like that reading. That was really fun. Let me see if I can see. 20 minutes. That's not too bad. Pretty short. Probably because I lost 6 minutes of it from before. But anyway, it's nice to see everyone who showed up. And, click like if you can. Subscribe if you will. Leave a comment. I love comments. I really do. And otherwise, thanks for being here. And I'll see you next time and for a minute more while I reach back here for the remote. All right, let's see if this works. Okay. Bye. Nope. Bye. It's not stopping.